Welcome back to another episode of Saline Speaks. My name's Chase Stanton. I'm the station manager here at SCTN. Today I'm joined by new library director Mary Ellen Mulcrone, and so thank you so much for coming in and speaking with me today.
Thank you for having me.
And so you've just been in the position fairly recently, right?
Yes, I've been director since July, and I've been at the library since January.
Oh, great. And how did you kind of find out about the position? We were talking about it a little bit before.
Well, libraries like to share, and we have some discussion lists where libraries often will post positions that are open, and I saw this the assistant director position available at Saline District Library, and I jumped at the chance to work with Leslie Needhammer. So that's how I came to the position.
Great. And you mentioned before that you worked at the Novi Library beforehand.
Yes.
Could you talk a little bit about where you've worked before coming to Saline?
Well, many years ago I started out at University of Michigan Library, and then I worked for many years at the Novi Public Library, as you mentioned. I was a manager there in the technical services area, and then assistant director for many years. That's before coming to Saline.
Well, we're happy to have you here for sure.
Thank you.
And so we had a few things we were going to talk about today, some upcoming events and different programs going on. Maybe let's start with the different programs at the library, because there's always so many to pick from.
Yeah. One of the new and I think exciting programs is Washtenaw Reads. This is something many people might be familiar with. Ann Arbor Ipsy Reads, which has been around for a while. This year they are expanding. They've invited the other libraries in Washtenaw County. So there will be 7 libraries participating in Washtenaw Reads. And one of our librarians, Debbie Johnson, has been serving on the steering committee for this new group. And they have they read a lot of books, and they've narrowed down the choices to 2. And those 2 titles are Orhan's Inheritance, a novel, and the other title is $2 a Day, Living on Almost Nothing in America. So there are some other people reading those books to make the final decision, and we'll know soon which one that is. But both books are available at the library, and we'll be doing some programming around that around January and February in that time frame. And besides that, we have a lot of other programs. Some of the things that happen on a regular basis are coloring for adults. We have storybook crafts, anime club. We have book discussion groups for all ages, starting from kindergarten up through adult. Those are some of the recurring programs in computer classes. And then we also bring in speakers on a variety of topics. And the best way to find out about that is checking our website. There's an events calendar on the website that will list everything that's coming up.
Great. And like you mentioned, I always find it interesting. There's everything from little kid programs all the way to adults. So
Yes.
There's a big variety.
Absolutely. We try to have something for everyone.
Yeah. So one kind of big event coming up next month in October is the rededication of the library Brecon Trail. Would you like to talk about that just a little bit?
Yes. The library Brecon Trail has been around for a few years, not too long. I think 2000. Well, I guess I don't know. Yes, I can't remember the year for sure. Anyway, when our longtime library director, Leslie Needhammer, passed away earlier this year, the library board was looking for a way that they could honor her memory. And they found that a fitting way to do that would be to name the library Brecon Trail for her. Leslie, was very instrumental in getting that put together, the trail, and she loved nature, she was just such a big part of the community, and the trail is sort of a representation of connecting the library with the community. So that will be renamed the Leslie Neathammer Memorial Library Trail. And we're going to have a rededication ceremony on Sunday, October 16th. It's at 2 o'clock, and we'd like everyone to come.
Well, we'll definitely be there as well, so we'll make sure we capture the event.
Good.
Speaking of different things going on at the library, we talked a little bit about the Friends of the Saline District Library. That group does quite a bit at the library, correct?
They do. The Friends, we couldn't live without them. It's a very dedicated group. Their biggest project is that they run the corner bookshop, and that is inside the library building, and it's open basically every day. You can get some great deals on used books. They also have movies and music there. They run in conjunction with that, they run a monthly bag sale where you can get even better deals on some of these items. And what they do is use the money that they earn from the sales to do things for the library, things that might not otherwise be able to happen. They support a number of our programs, especially the summer reading program every year. They essentially provide all of the money for that. They also do things like recently they purchased new tables for our library Brecon room. And that was a big expense. They've purchased some other furniture. We put new, we wanted to put some new furniture in the teen room, different style of furniture, and they supported that. They support the Books for Babies program. Many things. They're just very generous and hardworking people who apparently love the library, and we love them.
And it's made up of volunteers, correct?
All volunteers,
wow.
Yes.
And so lastly, I think one other thing we want to talk about is anyone who's visited the library has seen all the art around the library. And honestly, to be honest, I don't even know how that's curated and how the art comes to end up living in the library. So,
well, there are a couple different things. The library owns a number of pieces of art, and much of that comes from the student art, the shows that Saline has each year. The library has for many years purchased art, the student art each time, and we sort of rotate those. Right now we have a display of, I believe it's about 6 pieces that are from the most recent school year. Those are on display in the youth department. Besides that, we have rotating collections. The library worked for many years with 212 Arts Center, and they helped to coordinate those art displays. And of course, with losing 212, we wanted to be sure that the library could continue to be a place that people could come in the community to see different forms of art. And we are able to do that. We were pretty determined we were going to keep it going. And here's another area where the Friends help us. They stepped up and said that they would coordinate that. So they will be, they formed an art committee, and they will be making the contacts for the various displays throughout the year.
and so what's being displayed currently at the library then?
Right now we have a display by Valerie Mann. Some of her work is throughout the library, and that will be on display through October. And following that, we have Tom Rosenbaum coming, and he'll be displaying his work in November and December. Those are primarily paintings. We also have a display case near the front of the library, and right now there is a display from Ann Arbor Women Artists Group. There's jewelry and glass, the more 3D things in that display case. And those are on display for September and October. And then Ann Arbor Women Artists will put in another display for November and December.
Quite a lot to look at.
Yeah, it's really nice that it gives the artists an opportunity to display, but it also gives the community a chance to come and see different forms of art.
Well, before we wrap up, was there anything else you wanted to talk about or let people know about the library? Or?
Well, I'd like to remind people, we talked about some of the special things, but I'd like to remind people about some of the sort of day-to-day, more ordinary things. Of course, everybody knows we have books, and most people know we have music and movies and things like that you can check out. We have newspapers and magazines, but we also have a lot of online resources, so I hope that people will look at our website. It's easy to remember, salinelibrary.org. There are things from genealogy to Saline history, homework help, medical resources, all kinds of things. So there's a lot to take advantage of, and I hope people will take a look.
More than just books, definitely.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, I really appreciate you coming in today and speaking with me, and hopefully everyone gets to come and meet you soon and get to know you in the community, and welcome to Saline.
Thank you very much, and I look forward to meeting people in the library and out and about too.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.